Hey, Armon, well, first of all, thanks for doing this again. And
No
we saw
problem.
the Sack Daddy celebration back out there on Sunday or on
Yeah.
Thursday, I guess it would have been. What did it mean to you to just kind of honor Everson that way? And then have you been able to talk to him recently?
It was good to get out there and get a chance to, honor him and doing that. I've always been close with him since he's been here. And, just to honor him in that way meant a lot to me to be able to get a chance to do it. And, I know he's working on some things and he's getting better each and every day. So that's what's important.
And just as far as you as a pass rusher, I mean, 5 sacks and obviously been producing just with pressures and all that. How do you feel you've grown this year with all the opportunity you've been getting?
I definitely feel like it's been a good year for me so far. I put in a lot of work this off season. Finally getting recognized around the league, and for me, that's what's important. I always knew I had it. I just had to show it. So, it's time to put that underdog role behind me.
Chris, then Mark.
Oh, hey, Armin, I was going to kind of ask you the same thing about the sacks, but I'll phrase the question differently. I mean, yeah, 5 sacks from pretty much playing the nose guard position. I mean, what are kind of the keys of getting a lot of sacks at that particular position? Obviously, it's not a position where you see guys get a ton of sacks.
Yeah, I mean, rushing from a nose guard, you can't get frustrated because majority of the time you're getting double teamed, or you don't have as much wiggle room as defensive end. So you got to be relentless in what you do. It's a certain technique to it. And, you got to keep breaking it. You can't give up. Because like I said, it's tough when you're getting double teams like that. But I've like I say, I took it personal this season. Coming into the season, I knew what I had to bring to the table, and it's starting to pay off.
And what's the difference between starting and not starting in your estimation? I mean, you're still getting a decent amount of snaps with Pierce back.
Yeah, for me, it's not really a big thing for me. Like I said, for me, it's all about just being recognized for what I'm doing. Just being recognized around the league. You know, I knew this was coming into my third year. I needed to show something that was going to put me out there. So whether I'm starting or not starting, for me, it's all about what I'm bringing to the table, and I feel like I've been proving that week in and week out.
Armand, can you take us through your sack as well the other night? What did you see on the play? How did it unfold for you?
Well, it was a play where I had started off at three, and I think they had motion that ended up putting me at nose guard. And usually I know when I'm getting that nose guard, I'm getting that double team. And, I ended up getting a double team. The guard had started off on me. I got a little push on the center. And so the guard ended up, kind of cutting, kind of sliding away from me a little bit. So I was able to split the double team how I did. And, when I split it, Big Ben was right there.
Talk about how you guys have kind of manufactured pressure without Daniil and Everson, and not necessarily your sack, but I say Sheldon was unblocked because it seemed because of the disguising that was going on beforehand. Just how you guys are able to do that, and how much disguise helps in that situation.
I think it's good. I'm pretty sure it's no secret that everybody thought when we lost Griff and D that we're gonna be pretty short-handed, but I think Dre did a good job at getting us ready. Uh, preparing us week in and week out for what we need to bring to the table. We don't have a bunch of guys in our room that try to be Daniil or try to be Everson. They just got to find out what they're good at. I think that's what I did this year. That's what Sheldon does and some of the other guys on the defensive line. So, like I said, we just go out there and work what we good at. Take advantage of it.
Hey, Armand, you mentioned a couple times about getting recognition from people around the league. Do you just mean players kind of shouting you out after games, or how offenses are kind of planning against you? Or I guess what do you mean as far as getting recognition?
I'm talking about like for us like when the team turns on the tape, like they know like we got to block this guy. What I'm saying? Recognition like that. In the past, I'm pretty sure I was just another body out there that people probably didn't expect what I was gonna bring to the table. But in my opinion, I'm sure now when they turn on the tape, like hey, we got to account for this guy and what he brings to the table.
And you said that work that you put in this past offseason to get to this point. I guess what did that look like for you? What did those hard days in the offseason to get to this point look like in terms of putting that work in?
For me, I had a plan. I had talked to Dre last season, and when we did our off-season evaluation before we left, he just let me know like I'm gonna have to sacrifice time, money, to get my body in a position that I needed to be this next season. Cause year in and year out, he always told me what he knew I was capable of, and so I finally started believing that and seeing it. So, like I said, it was times where I was flying back between here and home in Minnesota, working with Josh and his staff. I found a trainer at home I was day in and day out with. I might fly to Miami and get some work out there. So I knew I didn't have a lot of time to slack off, and I was gonna have to do a little extra. So that's what I did. Took a time away from family. I got a daughter. So I took time away from her to be able to put myself in a position to get where I am today.
We'll go
Hey,
Mark and Chris.
Armon, along those lines, I mean, how much weight did you lose, or what'd your body fat go from? I mean, can you kind of quantify how you got your body in so much better shape?
Yeah, when the off season first began, I know Josh, the new strength coach, had reached out to me, and like I told him, I planned on coming down to Minnesota early. And when I first came, it was just me, so it was a perfect. I was locked in, working out by myself, and I think one of the first things I did when I first got here, he took my body fat, and he just wanted to see how I progressed over the weeks, and slowly but surely, he was seeing good results. Body fat was going down. I was increasing body mass, so gaining muscle. So I think that played a big part in it, and just getting my conditioning to where I needed to be. Now, I can go out there and play 30 to 50 reps. As an NFL starter and do what I need to do. I wasn't confident that I could do that in the past years, but getting my body where I am now, I'm able to do it and keep producing throughout the game.
So what'd your body fat go from what to what, would you say?
To be honest, I don't have exact numbers, but I know I dropped a few percentages.
Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, hey, Armon, you did talk about the difference between planning and rushing a 39-year-old statue compared to what you're going to be chasing this week.
Oh yeah, give credit to what he does at quarterback. He's been a mobile quarterback in college, and he's showing that he could do it. In the NFL, so Dre's gonna put us in a good rush plan to attack him, and what their O-line does for him to get outside the pocket. And, I think we did a good job, against guys like Lamar. When you're going against athletes like that, they're gonna have their runs because that's what they do. But as long as we can contain them and get to them, I think we got a good rush plan for them. I'm not really worried about it.